President Trump's massive tax and spending cuts bill is set up for a final passage vote. That said, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has been holding up the vote by speaking against the bill for about 5 hours now. Let's go to Emily Wilkins on Capitol Hill for the latest. So much drama, Emily.
So much, Sarah. I mean, it's a big bill. It's got big drama attached. Look, but the House is going to be passing this bill as soon as Jeffries is done speaking. We know this because earlier this morning we saw a procedural vote on this, and we saw all but one Republican lawmaker go ahead and vote to move ahead with the bill. And of course, Republicans, they can lose up to 3 lawmakers and still be able to pass. Now, as far as timing goes, passage might not actually happen for another couple of hours, and that's because we're beginning to think that what Jeffries is doing here is he's going to try to break a record that was last set by Kevin McCarthy. And Kevin McCarthy did that when he was the minority leader in the House, and Democrats were trying to pass Biden's main signature legislative achievement. And of course, McCarthy, who spoke for 8 hours and 32 minutes, he was actually trying to break one of Nancy Pelosi's records, where she spoke for 8 hours and 7 minutes. So we're about 5 hours in. We could have a little bit more than 3 hours to go. But again, we know what the outcome's going to be, and we've heard now from a number of fiscal hawks who had concerns with the bill that was passed from the Senate but have now gotten on board. Congressman Ralph Norman was on CNBC earlier today, and he really emphasized that Trump had promised to use some of his executive powers to continue to lower the debt. But Norman also pointed out that Trump made the case that if the House changed this bill, it was going to go back to the Senate. And he reminded them that the fiscal hawks, if they didn't like what the Senate has sent them now, they definitely weren't going to like what the Senate would send them in the future. Listen to what he said.
What changed is the president giving us the fact that the longer we waited, and let's say we had gotten it back to the Senate for changes, even minor changes, they were going to make it worse. And we believe that. And we held out as long as we could.
So now the bill that the House is set to pass, it is the same one that we just saw pass from the Senate. It means a couple different things. It means that no moratorium on states implementing AI bills. That is out. No retaliatory tax on certain foreign investors and multinational companies. That also got removed. This bill, what it really does at its core is extending that 2017 tax package, preventing tax increases, and also brings back 3 key tax breaks for businesses, investing in research and certain equipment. Obviously, a lot going on this bill that's almost 1,000 pages long, but it does again seem to be on track for passage in the House today, which means that Trump is going to get his July 4th celebration. Obviously a major win for the president with his priorities passing here. Guys?
Emily, great stuff. Thank you so much for that. We'll let you get back to Mr. Jeffries and focus in on the finer detail of what he's saying.